got lower. Wow.
Yay! Oh, I don't know which way. Where is this cute?
Hey, Chris, funny story. You're muted.
Oh my
Are
god.
we all muted?
I will never be rid of this problem. I always forget to unmute. So, good morning,
Clip
y'all.
of the day.
Yeah, exactly. Already the clip of the day.
Clip of the Chris.
But good morning, y'all. This is GMS Weekend Edition, your new Sunday morning home for the weekend gaming news, the weekend GMS, and we'll have some content for you to discover. I'm ChrisMYee. I'm joined by AustinAttack 12. That's why I was pointing over there. Oh, they heard y'all, I'm sure. So, directly below me is LookItsMikeO, and we're joined by the wonderful KateZade. Woo!
I don't know how to point to Mike. Is it over here?
It's like
Almost, not quite.
Caddy
Nope,
corner.
this way.
No.
So close.
Yeah, there we go.
So
Okay.
close.
Directions.
How was everyone's week? Did y'all have a good week?
Yes.
Yeah.
Nothing
My room
to
is
complain about.
finished.
It looks amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah, Kate got her room finished, and my room just continues to grow.
My room is very vast and
Piles.
Yeah,
expansive,
it's
so-
quite. There's a void.
Oh,
No, don't touch
it's
it.
also-
Don't touch the
It's
thing.
Ripley.
Don't touch it.
I'm touching it.
Don't touch it.
It's my hair. It's because my hand's back here.
Yeah. Anyway, we did have a good week. We've got a lot to talk about. Let us get into the news of the week. First off, let's talk about something Twitch related. We are on Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook Gaming, and GamingMorningShow.tv. That is where you will find the flagship show, 6 a.m. to 9 a.m.
All the
Pacific
things.
time. But in Twitch news, there was some pretty big news among bigger streamers, namely Pokimane, who was the subject of a hate raid at the hand of a newly partnered streamer. We don't necessarily have to name him. But it made ripples across Twitch, mainly because it deeply involved gender and treatment based on gender. So I was hoping we could talk about Pokimane JiDion, that's the streamer, and hate on Twitch. KateZade, I know you had very strong feelings about this. Do you think Twitch is doing enough to prevent hate raids?
Oh, well, I think that their final decision against the streamer was perfect. It put him in in the
What
spotlight.
was that decision, by
and
the
it
way?
made the decision that they made. So at first they gave him a 2-week suspension, and it looks like Aura does not know what happened. So we had a a partner streamer on his very first partner stream hate raid Pokimane. Okay, Pokimane is just existing. She's playing Valorant with some friends. She didn't do anything, and all of a sudden all of his followers start spamming her chat. He's still live and he is broadcasting this on his own stream still, and he's making very sexist remarks towards Pokimane and her viewers. And so at first he got a 2-week suspension for hate raid, and then he took his harassment off of Twitch and redirected it on Twitter and went after her on Twitter, and all of his followers went after her on Twitter. And so since he didn't show any change or remorse for that matter, he didn't even apologize up until after he was permanently banned off of Twitch. So he's no longer partnered. He's no longer allowed to be on Twitch. He's gone. And so I think that Twitch making an example out of him will show others that this behavior is not okay. He didn't just get a slap on the wrist. He's gone. And it doesn't matter how big you are, that behavior is not acceptable.
I wonder if streamers have taken to feeling like Twitch is complacent, mainly because this is coming right after the so-called meta where big streamers were straight up watching television shows that did not belong to them, that they didn't have permission to rebroadcast. They were just showing them on Twitch. I wonder if there was the feeling that that Twitch was turning a blind eye to all this stuff and they could just get away with whatever they wanted to.
Yep.
One of the things that happened as a kind of corollary to this is that JiDion, the streamer in question, went into Ninja's chat, using a different account or something, and asked for his help. Mike,
Well,
I know.
first he gifted 100 subs.
Right, that was it.
To Ninja to get his attention, and that's kind of what happened. And then he proceeded, to tell Ninja that, hey, like, this is ridiculous, blah blah blah. And then Ninja, in all of his blue-haired wisdom, proceeded to say he's sick of all the female dog expletive word on Twitch, and that got their attention as well.
Yep.
Especially Pokimane. She made some comments then after that about Ninja, and then so Ninja and his manager, who happens to also be his wife, threatened legal action against Pokimane, and said he wasn't specifically talking about Pokimane. He meant all of the B words on Twitch, which I don't know how in his brain made it any better.
Right.
But yeah, so the whole thing it really sucks because a lot of us look at Twitch as like a big community, right? Where we've met our friends. Like, I've met all of you on Twitch. We've all met other people. It's a great place to go and escape.
Yep.
But then you have all this happening where, it's just ridiculous how you have large streamers who are partnered. And let's be honest. Kids look up to these folks. There's a lot of kids in there, especially Ninja. Mm-hmm. Ninja has a lot of kids, and for him to say what he said. Granted, like, I'm not the biggest Pokimane fan. I don't fully understand how she has like 15,000 viewers, and that's cool. I don't knock her at all. It's just, it's not my cup of tea. But like, stop.
Yeah,
just there's literally no reason.
Yeah, just because it's not your cup of tea doesn't mean that she shouldn't exist on the platform.
And she didn't do anything. Like, she didn't do anything to
She
warrant
was just
this. Like,
No, she didn't
if she
provoke
did
any
something,
action.
maybe I could see it. Like, again, I don't think anyone should hate rate anybody ever.
Yeah.
But like, maybe if she had done something to provoke this person, but she didn't.
Right? If there was already beef between them, that like off Twitch, like, I don't know, but she didn't even know who he was. Like, she was reading her chat, she's like, who is this guy? Like, she didn't even know who he was.
I don't know if there was existing beef. I know that JiDion had a long record of making negative comments about Pokimane.
Yeah, and he was, just him being a misogynist in the, from the beginning. He also has a record of saying things like this about just female content creators in general. Right. And, I don't know if he's tried to slide into people's DMs and they've ignored him, and I don't know. There's a lot of things to question with him. I'm just glad Twitch actually did something. I wish they would step up and do something with Ninja as well. I don't foresee that happening, especially since they lost, Tim the Tatman and Dr. Disrespect and some of these big creators. They're not going to try to push more people away, but JiDion, let's be honest, at the end of the day is small potatoes
compared to the others.
Yeah. So,
well, let me ask. So, individually, we are all affiliated on Twitch. We work as essentially freelancers. Should there be some sort of like HR sexism training that everyone goes through to very clearly delineate what is expected of people on the platform?
No.
Oh, I was gonna say yes.
Well, let's hear it, Austin. Yeah, why not?
Because think about, like, in the workplace, at least in my workplaces, when you go through your sexual harassment training every year, which we do at the school. I don't know if it's every year for everybody else, but which I have no problem doing because I understand things, which some people don't understand things, and okay, fine. But I still have people that will take that and they're like, oh, this is so annoying. And I'm like, yeah, it's annoying because it's annoying to me because I know this. I know all of it because I'm obviously so smart. But I still have people that like women that come in and they're like, oh my God, like, blah, blah, this is no one, this doesn't happen. No one ever does this. Is nothing. And I was like, it does happen. Maybe it doesn't happen right now in this moment. And then on the other hand, you still have men who I've seen, not in the school, but in other areas that take it as a joke and that don't care. They're not really, they know the answers because it's obvious, but then they still do those things. So I think the training would be useless. People either wouldn't watch it, they would, or they would watch it, click through it, and then just ignore it.
Yeah.
So that's why I think it would be a waste of time.
But on the other side, if that training is presented to every single person who's become affiliated, you're going to be affiliated. You have to, accept that you acknowledge these terms and blah, blah, blah. Then there is no gray area. If you watched it or not, it doesn't matter. You accepted this. And if you do something that is not in agreement with this, then you're gone. Because you said that you understood that you're not allowed doing this.
But don't you think people would try to like argue like, well, that's not what I meant. It was just a joke. Don't you think they would try to use that?
Well, and then he did take the Twitter to try to, JiDion tried to take the Twitter to say that, this is my first infraction, it was just taken too seriously.
Oh, no. It had nothing to do with misogyny.
Oh, right. He was saying it had nothing to do with misogyny, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay.
I wonder, it's been a while since our 24-hour stream when I read the introduction to the Twitch terms of service. But I'm wondering if there's something in there. Let's see, like prohibited
there
content.
is.
Oh, I'm sure there is.
So I mean, honestly, that serves the same purpose as an HR training.
Right.
Yeah,
Because how many of us have gotten, and I'll be honest, I'm guilty of this. But like, all right, you guys need to complete these trainings, and then I'm like watching the Book of Boba Fett on one screen while I'm like, yep, click.
Mm-hmm,
because honestly, most of this stuff is common sense, right? Like,
right.
Yeah.
For normal, for quote unquote, for quote unquote normal people, we know you don't call a woman the B word, you don't hate raid somebody, you don't go into somebody's, but you don't go into somebody's chat and say, like, oh, this lady's not gonna F you, she has a different guy at home, blah blah blah. And these are all things that JiDion said, but like, it is common sense, and I feel like the TOS covers it enough to where you break it, you're done. Like that's the thing. But I mean,
I also think though hate raids should be defined. I don't think they're defined anywhere.
No.
Right.
Yeah.
Right, and they're like the message wasn't outwardly. It wasn't using a word that is connotated with hate. It was specifically targeted to get under Pokimane's skin.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So yeah,
and to be honest, the hate raid thing with him, like Chris said, I mean, the people didn't say anything pointed at Pokimane that could be considered sexist or misogynist. They were saying it was L plus ratio or some stupid thing.
No, but they took it further than that. His viewers did. His viewers definitely took it further. But he did too. He took it further.
No, absolutely, but he wasn't in her chat. So if you wanted to, so then that's where the definition of a hate raid becomes hard, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because he's live on his channel.
He stayed live. He just told them to go
all
over
this
there.
stuff.
Yeah.
But they're not technically saying anything, quote unquote, bad to her as far as TOS goes.
They didn't use
he
words
could
that
totally
broke the TOS. Yeah.
Yeah. Had he not done the live stuff and just said, "Okay, everybody, go to Pokimane, say L plus ratio or whatever," and then he got off. Like he would totally have a leg to stand on and say, like, "Hey, the 2-week ban is justified. I'm sorry for this, but I mean, the guy made his own bed, and by staying online and saying the things he said. But if you want to define that as a hate raid, I mean, again, if he wasn't live, he could have been like, "Oh, we're just messing around," and honestly, a lawyer could have like poked lots of holes in that. So
I think too the difference is like he wouldn't have sent them to someone like Ninja or to a man.
Right.
Yeah.
Of course, speaking in like cisgendered terms or whatever, but like you wouldn't go to Ninja's chat and be like, "Oh, to all the people watching that want to screw you, they're not going to do that because he has a wife." You would never do that to a man because you don't. First of all, you don't think that
attractive men on Twitch that have fangirls, like, and you don't speak to them like this.
And there's nothing wrong with wanting to have a relationship with Pokimane. You know, there's nothing
Right.
wrong with wanting that or
Yeah.
thinking that or fantasizing about that. But
Right.
assuming that that's the only reason people are in her chat for that
Yeah.
reason is silly. Like, you're just
Mhm.
diminishing anything else about
She
her.
has
But you
no
wouldn't,
other value besides being a sexual object.
right? And you wouldn't do that to a man, which is like,
Yeah.
It's like saying, would you go into Kage Boy stream and be like, oh, God, the only reason that anyone's in Kage Boy stream is
Because you're
you-"
hot.
Yeah, like,
I mean,
Yeah.
he is, but
no, but to say that's the only reason.
Right, well, you're right though, and I
Yeah.
think
Right, yeah.
that's a big difference with the whole "I'm not a misogynist" thing. Is like, you are, because
Mhm.
that's why you sent them to her specifically.
Right.
Yeah.
All right, friends, let's wrap up this discussion. Downs was saying maybe it's closer to harassment than hate raid. I think those lines,
Raid.
the terminology is not important at that point. Or agree that there is a need for training.
Can I put one more point in?
By all means.
If you guys look up Ludwig's reaction to this drama, he very beautifully summarizes it and gives a very, very interesting perspective, coming from a man, on what happened. And I really, really liked how he concluded everything. So go search Ludwig's response to this. I give it a 10 out of 10, and I have so much respect for this guy now.
That sounds good. We got started late, and I start off muted. Good moron to Earthling. Oren Downs are here, engaging in the discussion. Scott Chick is here as well. It's so good to see y'all. Good moron. Y'all are hot. There's a phrase that Austin coined that we can't say on this program, but
We're all hot beaches.
oh, okay. I guess we can say it. In a bit of brighter news, Austin has some Sims news to share with us.
Yeah, so on January 18th, it was announced in The Sims that they're going to be doing some more gender-neutral terms and more stuff with non-binary, which I think is great. You know, they, a long time ago, made it so in The Sims, men could wear women's clothes or the other way around. Like, the clothes weren't gendered, whatever. But there was still, you had to choose between being male and being female. But you could change, like everything else could be different. Like, and I'm sorry I keep using quotes, but again, I'm speaking in cisgendered terms. Men could get pregnant, women could get other people pregnant, which again, super exciting, super fun. But you're still forced into a binary of being male or female. So now they're talking about making it that there is a way you can change your pronouns. You can have 3 pronouns. You can change. You get to choose. You don't have to, pick one or the other. There's not much in this article that we found, which makes me skeptical. I think with The Sims, the worst part for me is like, if the women clothes are always better. They're always better because they're just better. And if I want my boy Sim to wear this cute girl top, it makes him have boobs because it's a girl top, which maybe he does have boobs, but maybe he doesn't. I don't want this particular Sim to have boobs. But if I put him in a female coded top, it gives him boobs. Or the other way around, if you put a female Sim in a male presenting top, she has no boobs. Even if you make her boobs real big, she still won't have boobs. So it's like, the pants are okay. The pants are fine. It's the tops that bother me. So that's going to be the first thing that I'm looking for with this update, is if the tops, because I think that could create a lot of dysphoria for people, for anyone that play, like trans people or non-binary people that play. It doesn't bother me in a sense for aesthetic purposes because I'm a cisgendered person, but I think that's something that really annoys me, and I can imagine non-binary or trans people or anybody else could be really bothered by this too. So I'm hoping that that's something they fix, as well as the pronouns. I'm hopeful, but also not hopeful because it is The Sims.
Well, let's talk. I think we can all agree this is a good change, a step in the right direction. But is it enough, and is it even performative in how it's not enough?
I think performative action is okay as long as you are backing it up and continuing to make yourself better. I think when we talk about performative action with any type of social justice, it's kind of like, oh, if you post on Instagram about this, you're performative. And it's like, okay, well, maybe that's the only place you can discuss it safely. And maybe not. Maybe you are being performative. But I think this is a good thing. I don't think it's exactly performative. I think Sims has always tried to work on being inclusive, but they take a long time, which I think is annoying. Like, even when we had 8 skin colors in the game, which I think they just changed maybe a year or 2 ago, which we all freaked out about. We were all so happy, but it's like, you should have been doing this. But they've been saying for years that they had been working on it. It's like, well, why are you still working on it? Why in The Sims 3 did we have this and you took it away, and now it's taking so long to do it? So I don't know if it's performative. I think they just take forever to do anything. This article also says, oh gosh, where did it go? Nope. They were talking with people to make sure that their language was correct and that nothing that they're putting into it will be like a reverse, kind of like the Eminem discussion that we
from
had
yesterday on
KateZade's
KateZade's stream.
Yeah.
Give her back her boots, okay?
Boots.
So yeah. Boots. Boop.
Let me ask, Mike, have you shown The Sims to your kids?
Yeah, my 14-year-old daughter, and my 9-year-old, they have played. We've moved them away from it a little bit and tried to push them a little more towards Minecraft and Stardew, just because there's a lot of adult undertones in The Sims that you can do as far as.
You should have seen The Sims 1.
Yeah,
Okay?
well, I
That
can
game
only
was
imagine.
rated NC-17.
I wasn't allowed
Yeah.
to play The Sims as a child.
Yeah, so we got sick of dinner time conversations about who's pregnant and who's cheating on who and who's doing this. We're like, let's just let's not worry about that right now. We'll address that another day. But no, they do play it, and they very much enjoyed the game. But I mean,
so additions
I
like
think-
this, does that become part of that conversation with them?
It historically it wasn't, but Down just brought up a really good part about has there been concern that parents need to have these conversations with their kids who are playing Sims because of the fact that, like, my 9-year-old, when something pops up and let me preface this. So my family is very strange, in the way that I've adopted a couple of children, and my oldest child they consider themselves asexual. They don't have a gender. There's no he, him. There's they, them. So my kids have been pushed into that already. They understand that because we've had a conversation with them and with the kids saying, like, okay, Nicholas they don't identify as a male or female. They feel this, their pronouns are they and them. So my girls get it. And it's funny, if I'm ever like, oh yeah, he's coming home from school soon, my 9-year-old will be like, they, and I'm like, okay, nope, you're right, my bad, sorry. So like my family is in a very different position to where we understand that, but I can see Downs' point where this might bring up some really awkward conversations for some people. So there's already backlash with people being like, oh, The Sims is woke, but like, so I can see the troubling part of it in a way. Especially for parents who aren't good with these conversations. But I have a feeling those parents aren't letting their kids play The Sims to begin with. But
Sure.
But yeah, I think it's a good thing to kind of speak to why it takes forever. From what I understand, and I've been looking, there's a lot that they have to do on the back end to change things. With this one, I don't understand why changing language is so difficult. I don't think this is going to address the boob issue. I think this is just a vocab thing. However, I mean they did this, not vocab, pronouns. They did work with GLAD, so I mean I'm happy to see that at least they weren't just like, we're gonna do this because the community said so. But like Austin, like, legit tweeted them, like all of us tweeted them and say, like, hey, this also needs to happen because that's how change happens. So that's what made them do this in the first place.
Right, because these mods existed. People made mods for The Sims to put this in, so there was definitely desire.
And it shouldn't be the mod's responsibility to fix a game to be something that should be just the basic game.
Right, and then mods not getting like Like the biggest example I think about is like I think her name's X Mira. She made all these beautiful skin tones. She made makeup for black Sims because the makeup on any darker colored skins looks disgusting. So she made all of these like makeup codes and like all this stuff. So beautiful. And then they like weren't gonna credit her for like doing it. And then they did. They did eventually. You know, they did fix that because there was outrage of like she is the one that did this and made it look good. She's the one that we all use. Yes, for free. She's the one that we all use, that we are all using. And you know, so I think it's similar to this type of thing where we've all been asking for it. We've all been trying to work around and put mods in our game and blah, blah, blah. And it's like, okay, now you're doing it, but why weren't you doing it before? And I get that it takes a long time. I know it's not just like a switch you flip.
How does it take a long time when mods are doing this just fine?
Right.
And they don't have to. Yeah, they don't have to rewrite an entire game though.
They don't want to make new games that cost $60. You know, they don't. They have to keep doing that.
Yeah, and modders, that's actually fair. They throw something on top as opposed to changing the back end of the code.
That's true.
Well, this was a fantastic discussion. I'm glad to see The Sims do this. Let's move on and take a look at this week in GMS.
They both have a new worst Marvel movie. So there's that. But yeah, like the chat, what do you think? What's the limit on spoilers? What do you got? You got a week, 6 months, 8 years, 47 days, 6 hours.
I mean, I don't watch many movies, but I would say 6 months I think is pretty appropriate.
Spoiler tease! You know, Socrates' brother. Kind of a jerk.
That's where the legend of spoiler tease came out. Was always ruining the endings of things for Socrates. So
they would go to the spoiler tease would go to the movie or to the theater, whatever, with Socrates after he's already seen it, and as the play would start, he'd be like, "Oh man, I can't wait for this guy to die in the third act." What? We checked the grass, we checked the bushes. 3 months passed before neighbor Sarah Beckman spotted something unusual while out for a run down the street from the Yu family's home. "I noticed a little hermit crab on the side of the sidewalk in our neighborhood," she said. "Our own kids have some hermit crabs, so I guess it caught my eye as something that just didn't belong there." Beckman, this is a mistyping, but I'm going to read it as is because it makes it so much better. Beckman told the crab home and put it in the enclosure with her kids' pets. She posted on Facebook asking if anyone in the area was missing an escape artist pet. She soon received a reply from you. "Go home." Home.
Yeah, I'm talking to you. Crap. Home now.
Good news, though. Kaiser is now back home, but the Yu family said they have many questions.
No, Zach. I thought you were going to swing behind me. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Zach. I didn't mean to. I'm so sorry.
This is tense.
I was going to say. Nice job. We're going to win this game, chat. This is for
all the marbles.
Somebody who we would win a game for. I can't think of anybody who.
For all really the cheeses.
This is for all the cheeses in the world.
Oh!
That's beautiful. It's a beautiful game, chat. It's a beautiful game. All right, that was for you, Gouda.
So good.
Here nor there. You can still play Hawkeye.
You know, Fortnite is great. We just can't play it because we don't want to learn how to build.
Nah, it's a terrible game. It's awful.
It's not me. It's you, says MyGo.
If they could put like an old dude version in Fortnite, like for people over the age of like 35 who are very slow builders, that would be fantastic. I would really appreciate that. So as Epic, if you're listening, please have like an over 35 lobby.
The Fortnite senior circuit. If
You're
you
just people building very, very slowly.
if you verified your birth date in your Epic profile, then you can play if you were born before 1986.
And they turn on proximity chat, so when you're like, hey, how do I make the triangle thing? Oh, yeah, hit X. Oh, thank you. It'd be great.
$1 million idea.
That was a. Oh, I have messed up my scene. That was a pretty good week in GMS.
It was something.
Mike, what are the steps you're going to take to make the Fortnite senior circuit a real thing?
I'm just going to tweet at them relentlessly. Fortnite senior circuit. None of us want to build sick 90s, bro. I just want to build a sick wall. That's maybe
Sick
a
wall.
ramp. Maybe throw a ramp in there. That's.
I think ramps are the way to go because they're kind of like walls. You get some elevation on your, to take shots and whatever. But I do not want to crank 90s.
I don't. I've tried. And after watching Brady play yesterday, I was like, maybe I'll download and give it another shot. And then I was watching some more, and I was like, or no, I won't, because that kid just built like a skyscraper in about 6 seconds. Oof.
Also, I actually don't know the roots of spoiler tease. I mean, I understand spoiler tease. Socrates' brother who spoils everything.
Yeah, I think that was it.
But where did that come from? Whose
we
brain
were talking
birthed that?
I think it was Ryan's brain that birthed that, because we were talking about about spoilers, it being like a spoiler tease, and then he's like, spoiler tease, and then Socrates. So I'm gonna give credit
Socrates
to Ryan.
that often.
Ryan, probably. I mean, he is a pretty motivational kind of philosophical fella.
That's true.
Yeah.
Austin, you were on the show on Monday. What was your favorite part of being on the main show?
Just being there and not being at work.
Delightful. I did get to co-host on Thursday, and it was super fun. The timing for that clip where Ryan said he's gonna win it, and then he won it, was so good. Like, so good.
And it's also great because he never does anything. So much love.
He wasn't driving backwards. No. He was not driving backwards.
He was not sitting on a one of the big
the boost.
The big boost. He wasn't just sitting there waiting for that. He wasn't not moving because he was reading chat or doing a scene. He was cracked, is what he was.
He was indeed cracked. Brendan's here. Good moron, Brendan. It's good to see you. For all the cheese in the world. Incredible. Let's move on to our next segment, which is content discovery. That's something new to this show where everyone on the panel each week will bring someone, a content creator, to present that we want to feature and kind of show off to people in case you're looking for new content. Let us switch. Yep. The scene change worked.
Nice.
Kate, who is it that you are presenting?
I am presenting Leisha Tan, known as Lee Chat, who is a Stardew streamer and sometimes will stream like Animal Crossing and other cozy games. But I know her specifically for Stardew. She is amazing at Junimo Kart. She participated in the Stardew Cup when they hosted that, and she's just an all-around like inspirational cozy streamer.
Awesome.
Not only that, she and her partner, was it this week, set a world record for one of the I think the money challenge or whatever from
Duo Community Center might have been, or...
for the money thing.
Vault.
The vault. It was the vault. You're right.
Yep.
They did it in 29 minutes.
That
was
was
amazing.
Incredible. 29 minutes is so fast.
So
Right?
fast.
I mean, to even unlock the vault in 29 minutes is like, I can't even imagine.
Right?
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Kate, we have a clip. What are we gonna see in this clip?
Just crazy.
So in this community, I think we're a fantastic, or we're fans of great sound alerts. And Alicia has a sound alert. You guys, there's a content warning. This song is going to be stuck in your head for the rest of the day, but it's fun. It's a really fun sound alert, and she does a little dance to it.
Sounds good. Let's give it a listen.
We're just gonna jam, it's fine.
What? Where did that come from? Oh, I've messed up my
We can just watch it on the regular stream.
yeah,
'cause
perhaps
I think
we'll
it's
just
only
do that.
yeah, it's only a few second delay. No big deal.
Got you. Yeah, what the heck, Kate?
Yeah, I thought it was lots of fun, and then I was singing the song the rest of the morning.
That's fair.
That's
Looks like
so funny.
a very fun time. And you raided in the other day, and we got to see that world record set, which was amazing.
Yes, yep.
It was cool.
And it's so funny too because she and her partner were like talking about what they didn't do correctly and like kind of downplaying it, even though they set a world record.
Right, yes, yep.
Once they said it, she's like, "Oh, that wasn't that great. Let's
but we set
let's
a
try it
world
again,
record."
okay?" Like,
Yeah.
what?
Yeah, you want to run it back? I think she said it. I think that's
Yeah,
what she
they
said.
didn't miss it. They said it by like a good couple of minutes there. So
Mhm.
it's like, what?
But she was ready to go
Yep.
again to set a better
Again.
time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Incredible. Mike, who is it that you brought?
What is up? I brought a good streamer friend of mine. We've gotten into the Minecraft craze. Do you know GMS has a Minecraft server?
Oh.
But so Bowtie Daniels is someone that I've followed quite a bit. He has a weird history. He started real hard. He went real hard in the fall to get to partner status, and then took about 2 months off because life. So now he's come back. So he's slowly building up his thing again. But he's a cracked Minecraft player. He's super cozy. He's just super chill. Ryan really likes to talk about voice flattery. The dude's voice is just like so great. And he's incredibly creative and does a lot of cool stuff. He has a community, like a community server, kind of like we do, where he plays with people in the server. But for a while, he would build things, just like a cozy stream where he would chat and he would build stuff. And I brought along a clip with me of one such time when he did that.
Looking forward to this. This is Dabbing Chicken.
Dabbing Chicken. This was the 15-minute build challenge for today. It's a dabbing chicken with a fez. It's a terrible looking chicken. This was the build challenge courtesy of Jazz. Oh, it's such a weird looking thing. It's like a little marshmallow meatball body. Hey, there you are, Jazz. They were asking about the chicken.
Marshmallow meatball body.
15 minutes.
His legs are just too
15
long.
minutes.
Wow.
He did that in 15 minutes, but yeah.
That's
I want
awesome.
Yeah. One of his things is, I don't remember if it's one of his redeems or whatnot, but he puts a fez on.
Mhm.
So that's why they would put a fez on everything. And obviously the bow tie thing. Yeah, he'd wear a bow tie. So I think he's like an accountant or something. So sometimes he'd still have his work clothes on and he just throw a bow tie on, and it was really funny. But
I love that.
he's really welcoming. If you have questions, like I've asked him like a million questions, and he's never like, oh my gosh, another question. He's like, oh yeah, this is what you need to do, and he sets things up where like he tells you what shaders to use and what this and what that. And I don't think he actually uses shaders though, which is kind of funny. but he'll tell you what's good and what's bad. So,
That's really cool.
Bowtie Daniels.
Thank you, Mike. Austin, who is it that you're presenting?
I am presenting Rob Kovacs, who we found, was it this week?
This week.
Yes, it
Um,
was.
He was on the main page. The
No,
main
he was
Twitch
on my
page.
recommended.
Oh, okay. He was on Chris's recommended. And he plays a piano and he sings, but he plays a piano like
His
Yes.
style is kind of dueling pianos because he has
It's
experience
so-
with dueling pianos.
Yeah, it's so cool, and he's so good, and his community was super nice. We were all in there, like a bunch of us were in there because it was so engaging and fun. It wasn't like a soft, beautiful piano stream. It was like, yeah, like the
Playing
whole time.
pop music and rock and
Yes, it was
video game
so
music.
fun. Yeah, he was really great, and he has a great beard, as you can see.
Do you want to talk about the clip that we have?
So yeah, so he had this he had the requests open, and he has video game music, and he had the Donkey Kong rap, the DK rap. So we had him play that.
From Donkey Kong 64, which Austin has been playing on her stream.
Yep.
Let's take a listen.
If you want to clap as we take you through this monkey rap. Huh, DK, Donkey Kong, DK, Donkey Kong. He's the leader of the bunch. You know him well, but finally back to kick some tail. His coconut gun can fire in spurts. He shoots you, well, it's gonna hurt. He's bigger.
The clip cuts off. He played the whole DK rap.
Yeah, he did the whole thing.
It was.
What was that
was
weird red
amazing.
spinny thing in the background?
Oh,
Oh,
he
no.
explained.
Found out,
There's
but I
an
forgot.
explanation. Yeah, I don't remember it.
If you go in
It's
his
something
chat,
with
there's a
the sound.
command.
Yeah, there's a
Yeah.
command to explain it.
Oh, Cool.
It is mesmerizing. Copia wants a DK rap off with him. He might oblige. Who's to say? Yeah, he's fantastic. It was such a fun stream. During a hype train, he did a lightning round where he was just like, throw songs in the chat. And
Yeah.
if he knew it, he played a snippet of it. And it was just back to back to back. It was really incredible.
He doesn't know any Harry Styles songs though. He's still good. He's still good.
Yeah, it was still super
he's got
fun.
my vote.
My entry this week is someone that we know well, but by a different name. He used to be Optimus Rhyme 1. Now he is, online at least, Brady McCollom. I think he's been Brady McCollom his whole life, but he is the artist formerly known as debatable artist formerly known as Optimus Rhyme 1. We met him streaming on Twitch. We met him, through Pickle Feats. And he has since, stopped streaming quite as much. He actually was live last night just to try to prove us wrong. And he has taken to making YouTube videos. The first bunch of his videos have been video games. They're all about video games. They all take a different video game and have him playing them and reacting to them. His most recent video, however, was it was a reaction, but also a bit journalistic. He was telling us about a woman who sold her jarred farts. She would capture her farts in a jar and sell them for $1,000 a piece. Let's take a look.
Today I thought we would go through and we would learn from the best. We would watch her videos, some TikToks, and see how we can make 6 figures selling our farts in a jar. This is the first one that popped off, so we're just gonna watch that.
I've been getting a lot of questions such as, how long do the farts last? Did I really fart 97 times in 2 days?
97 farts in 2 days? How is that humanly possible? Like, what? What are you eating? That's like a lifestyle change. Is 97 farts?
That's like a lifestyle change. So, making YouTube videos, I think, is kind of an art. You can see Brady has a style entirely unto his own. and we took some time yesterday to ask him about it. Let's take a look at our interview with Brady McCollom. Oh, that didn't work right. And we're joined now by Brady McCollom, the artist formerly known as Optimus Rhyme 1, a friend of all of ours, and a YouTuber. Hi, Brady.
Hi, hello, how are you doing?
Doing well. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Very glad to. Austin's going to lead us off.
All right, I'm ready.
I'm so excited. We were humongous fans of all of your streaming. We still are. However, you've slowed down with that. But you are on YouTube now. So what made you decide to make like the switch, or what made you decide to go to YouTube in general and make videos?
So, yeah, I mean, when I first started streaming, I already had a lot of experience editing because I was doing that for my job. So I really liked the streaming aspect of it, but for me, I just felt like it was more in my ability to create if I added an edited aspect to that. And then, I mean, you guys could see from my Baby Yoda stream and some of my other stuff, I liked doing more planned sort of stuff. So I thought that YouTube was a kind of a better outlet for that, just so it would live there forever as well, and then I could edit it down and make it exactly what I wanted to. So that's why I switched.
Well, let's talk about the editing. What, like, how would you describe your own editing style? Like, how do your videos feel?
So my editing can kind of be all over the place. I really like to make it quick and snappy, and I take a lot of inspiration from gaming channels, but also commentary channels specifically, just because it has a lot of... I like commentary channels that have the ability to put comedy within informational videos. So that's what I've been trying to focus on a lot. But when it comes to like the editing style, I really like just doing like really rough, quick edits and then taking a break and then coming back to it later. So I like editing in 2 sessions. Just sit down and edit it all to a rough cut and then saying I'm done, that was a lot of work, and then coming back with a different mindset of trying to add an entertaining aspect to that. So yeah.
So the video of you commentating and reacting to a woman selling her own farts in a jar made me laugh so hard. How did you decide to make a video about a woman who sells farts in a jar?
I thought it would be a fun topic to talk about, just because it's pretty entertaining.
You're kidding.
Actually, so what I do for my videos, and this might be going a little more technical than you guys are interested in, but for what I do for finding videos is I try and keep my ears to like stuff that's trending a lot on Twitter or Google Trends, or sometimes I use like Hootsuite for some sort of like listening tactic, and if there's ever any like ads for weird shows, I'll add that sort of stuff. But in this case, it was trending on both Twitter and Google Trends, and I thought it's just kind of funny. The thing is with that one, it's easy content to do. It's like I really don't have to try hard to make it entertaining, because the person who did it makes it entertaining all on her own. So I just have to present it. So I enjoyed that one a lot.
And that was
oh, sorry.
No worries. That was like your first reaction video. Was it an easy choice for that one because it was easy pickings?
Yes. Yeah. And just because like I thought it was interesting, and this is something that I like to do is I think I like picking stuff where I can kind of try and delve into what they're trying to do. And it was really interesting to look at her platform that she has, and then also how she was using this like kind of trending weird thing, like kind of like gamer girl bathwater-y thing to get attention on her. But also she was like, she has her own like OnlyFans competitor. So I was really interested in like looking into how like maybe that it was part of the plan, was if she was planning this to like get more people to join her competitor to OnlyFans, because she gets like 15% or something off of every however much people make on that. And then she also just launched fart jar NFTs, which I don't know if that was always part of the plan too, but and then Chris sent me something saying that she was hospitalized for farting too much. And I don't know. Okay, the thing is, I don't know if that's true. I haven't done the.
It was a gas thing. She had the gas buildup inside of her intestines was too much.
It was what she was eating.
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
Beans. You know, those like bran muffin things.
Yogurt.
And
All for the clicks, man.
Yogurt, dude. I can't imagine how that would feel.
Through your journey in this wonderful fart jar world,
sure.
Have you found anything that you thought was absolutely ridiculous that you don't think you're gonna cover, or can you give us a little insight into what fun future videos we might look forward to with some insane reaction content?
Well, considering I've covered farts already, I don't think I can go too I don't think anything is too far gone. I don't really want to do anything too serious.
No animal love.
I don't know what that means, so I'm gonna.
It's probably better that way.
Yeah, we can move on.
Right.
Just Google it later. No big deal.
I have safe search on. Will I get any response from that?
Nope.
Nope.
But I have two videos in my own sort of various stages of production right now. One is relating to a new movie that recently came out, and my sort of thoughts on it. It's something that I've always been really into, something that I've kind of liked always as a kid, something that I just collect stuff from once in a while too. Oh, wait, how'd you know, Kate?
Wow,
that's crazy.
Kate's psychic.
Omnipotent over here.
I just know you very well.
And then one is covering another maybe easy topic, but is about a Netflix reality show that came out recently. So I'm excited to do some work on that as well.
Most importantly, have you ever considered selling your own farts as a result of that?
I'm looking for the right buyer. If anybody's looking to invest,
$1,000 a jar.
Nope.
I'm willing to start. The thing is, here's the thing. I think that she had something there. What I even tweeted at her. I'm like, you got to outsource this, or it's going to become an issue. She never responded.
I'm absolutely.
And then it became an issue.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I offered myself. I said, hey, if you ever need someone to fill orders, if it ever comes too taxing, let me know.
Fill orders, fill jars,
Yeah.
Oh boy.
So,
but the answer, yeah. Any offers, let me know.
So it sounds like you're taking the channel in different directions. It started off with a lot of game content. You're getting into the reactions. Now you're doing movie reviews. Are there any other things you would like to do with the channel?
That is a good question. I think I want to leave it to. I really like gaming a lot, but I think that I take gaming. I think I want to leave that to the side for a while. I think, especially, I'd like to leave it for streaming specifically, and work on, because I think that, first of all, I do gaming sort of stuff for my job, and then coming home and then playing games in my free time, and then also recording it for myself can be a little exhausting. And I feel like that towards the beginning of that it was taxing for sure. Because I just would prefer to stream it and have my friends hang out with me and meet new people. But these more like kind of sort of scripted sort of things is something that I want to delve into a little bit more, and kind of try and ride the line between informational and entertainment. And like I said, I think I want to take more inspiration from commentary channels and see if I can't find my own little niche within that.
Well, gotcha. We wish you the best of luck. Thank you so much for joining us, Brady.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Bye.
Bye.
And that was Brady McCollom. Did y'all have a good time speaking with Brady?
Yes.
Always.
It's always fun when you talk to him.
I had never previously picked his brain about YouTube, so it was actually really interesting to hear some of that stuff. Yeah.
Downs, ew.
Oh no. Oh no.
And that's our show. Bye.
If there's a little extra in the fat, is worth more.
Fart.
Oh,
Fart. Wow.
Oh no. Oh goodness. Well, that spurred quite the discussion in the chat. We won't be going over the highlights of that discussion.
No, thank you. We're good.
What do you all have in store coming up this week?
This afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, I will be on Kiki Lowe's stream. She's doing a little D&D session, and she says it's going to be different than usual D&D sessions, so I'm very excited. That's where I'll be this afternoon.
Awesome.
I'll just be streaming like usual on Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday.
Kate, do you have any projects you're working on?
Yes, I am making a dress right now. Another dress. Also, you guys can't see it, but I have a pile of fabric in here next to me. I want to try to get through as much fabric as possible, and turn it into dress and different garments and stuff like that this week. So that's what else I'm doing.
That's pretty exciting. Mike, what can we expect on GMS After Dark?
I believe Dandy Daydreamer's on this week. I should probably look at that again. We're going to be chatting a little bit with her, finding out a little bit more about who she really is. And we're going to talk a little bit of archaeology. And then we're going to play a fun game where we discuss whether creatures are cryptids or not cryptids.
Ooh, cryptid or not cryptid. Ooh. I like it.
Yep. So it'll be fun.
And then you're going to do any other individual streams?
Hopefully Tuesday night we will we'll be back with our good friend Pickle Feet and do some Fromp brothering. But of course that's dependent on the server and its cooperation, if it wants to cooperate or not. And then look for a couple of other pop-up streams throughout the course of the week.
Sounds exciting. As for me, I will have my usual fare. Fall Guys Monday. We're going to do Breath of the Wild Wednesdays. That's going to be a consistent thing for me from now on. And this coming Saturday, ClipMYee show. So that should be fun. And I think that brings us to the end of our show. I don't believe that I have the capability to raid. So if Ryan wants to raid someone, that's up to him.
You should. Are you a mod?
I'm a mod. I don't know if I'm not an editor. Yeah.
Are you an editor, Mike?
I am.
Okay,
who are we going to?
Yeah. Let's go somewhere fun.
We're gonna go somewhere new.
Ooh.
Nope, I spelled that wrong. We're gonna go, and we've been here before. We're gonna go see Nightlight Night, who is streaming some Night Reverie. She's a wonderful streamer. She is very cozy. She's also a voice actor, aspiring like Ryan and myself. Make sure to say good morning from GMS.
That's perfect.
Thank
you all for being here.
Some places.
Thank you for having me.
For our first episode. Yeah, this is fantastic. Thank you all. We'll see y'all next Sunday for more GMS Weekend Edition. Oh, regular GMS show. 6 a.m. to 9 a.m. Monday through Friday. Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook Gaming, and GamingMorningshow.tv. Bye, y'all.
Bye.
Bye.